Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, as a child, there was nothing better than your parents telling you, come on, kids, let's get into the car. We're going to McDonald's. Nothing better than getting a Happy Meal and, of course, your toy alongside with it. Now, as the years have gone by, that excitement hasn't changed. But what has changed is that children will now have the choice between a toy or a book. McDonald's have proudly endeavored to use their massive global scale to inspire a passion for reading. And here to tell us all about it is Joanne de Wet from McDonald's, South Africa, and of course, a South African literary icon, Tina Mhlope. Joanne, Tina, so good to have you on the show again.
Thank you. Good morning.
Joanne, finally, we're having you on the show in our new space.
It looks good. Thank you, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. It's so good to have you here. I have to tell you, I absolutely love the idea of partnering a Happy Meal with a book. I think it's wonderful, and I always feel like parents maybe motivate the kids to gravitate towards the book. Please do. But why did you come across, or rather, why did you come up with this idea to tackle literacy in such an incredible way?
I think you've hit the nail on your head with even your introduction. Yeah. So, as a brand that is frequented as well as ours is currently, you know, whether it's globally or within South Africa, we have the strong commitment towards families. Yeah. And what a better way to extend that commitment and demonstrate it through our Happy Meals, and with the introduction and the launch earlier this year with the Happy Meal Readers Program. So that's just bringing back that joy, that excitement of reading back into the hands and putting books back into the hands of children and so many families using the Happy Meal program as it's the perfect way for us.
I love that you've partnered with Tina in this. Do you believe that, or what do you think in this instance, do South African children have enough access to literacy?
No, they do not have enough access to literacy. So every initiative really counts. If you put books in those little hands, you're making a major difference.
I love
it. It's revolutionary.
Something else that's revolutionary is the fact that you have partnered with Cressida Cow. She brought us, of course, the How to Train Your Dragon series, which I am absolutely obsessed with. But this is an exclusive partnership. Tell us more about it.
Yes, it's an exclusive partnership, and I think for McDonald's, you've mentioned it earlier, it's the fact that we're using our scale, and at the same time using Cressida's expertise. So, you know, whether it is her bestseller series, which you've just mentioned, which is How to Train My Dragon, whether it's her picture illustration book called Emily Brown, her expertise, her passion for literacy at a global level, the fact that she's won quite a few awards in this space has made it a very, very compatible relationship. And then at a local level, our partnership with Mom Gina, you know, also enhances it within South Africa.
Let's talk more about the books that you're holding. You're holding something called the Treetop Twins Adventures. Tell us more about this.
So the Treetop Twins Adventures is an exclusive series written by Cressida for McDonald's globally. And South Africa with us, you know, they say we also have the exclusive rights and access to the series at a local level. So during the course of 2019, there'll be a total of 12 exclusive stories featuring the Treetop Twins and talking about their adventures, which will be released. There'll be an option of 2 books being released every 2 weeks. And children and families have the option to substitute the toy for the Happy Meal with a book. And just looking at the success in 2019, even as at a local level, making sure that we have sufficient books across all our restaurants in South Africa has actually been a bit challenging because the demand has exceeded even our expectations at a local level.
That is powerful. Tina,
and
earlier
the size.
on. Yes, and the size.
I love the size of the books.
It's not clunky.
Give them those little hands and then hold the book and it belongs to them.
A little bit earlier on, you touched on something that I wanted to come back to. You know, the rise of apps and technology.
Correct.
And I think, you know, it's so easy to put a tablet in front of your child or tell them to watch TV. How does a parent motivate their child to read or find a love for reading? Because we both, all three of us, know how powerful it is. You give a child a book, you give them access to the world. How can parents do that?
Parents can also do this lovely thing called reading. Because
Themselves.
monkey see, monkey do.
Yes, yes.
If you don't read and then you tell the children to touch that scary thing called a book,
Yeah.
like what for?
Yeah.
You know, you're scared of
Gotta
that thing.
lead by
I won't
example.
touch it.
Yeah.
Parents must lead by example. Yeah. And even if they win a book, they get a book with a Happy Meal, the parents must sit down and read with them or ask the child to read to them.
Yeah.
You know, when we got the Tashi books at my house, my daughter was about 7 years old. We stopped reading to her. She started reading to us.
Yeah.
She was so excited to get those books.
Yeah.
And these kinds of books are very much accessible and make children want to read to their parents, to their friends. You feel so
love it.
grown up.
Yes, yes. And it's yours.
It's yours.
You
It's
know,
my
it's more
book.
than just a toy that's
Sure,
going to
exactly.
break. A book is just the gift that keeps on giving.
And it doesn't even have batteries. It doesn't go flat.
Exactly,
Ooh,
exactly.
The screen doesn't break. It's just
Oh,
cool.
that is so awesome. Well, I think this is cool. I think this is an incredible initiative. I'm so excited about it. Joanne, thank you so, so, so much. I think that this is going to change lives for generations to come. Thank you. And of course, Klina Mhlope on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So moms, dads, caregivers, wherever you are, please take your little one to get a Happy Meal this weekend and then encourage them to choose one of these wonderful Treetop Twins adventure books. They are beautiful stories and there are 12 in total to collect. There is nothing more special than giving your child the opportunity to read and then letting them let their imaginations run free. And maybe, if we're lucky, Klina can read us a few pages too later. Let's hope.